James Holder for Eiffel TV in association with Macklin's Gym Marbella. With me, I've got British champion Liam Williams. Congratulations on the win, sir. And also joined by Mr. Gary Lockett. I've got to say, potential atmosphere, best atmosphere of any fight I've been to in the last few years, definitely without a doubt. Cracking atmosphere, cracking fight. Talk me through it a little bit, please, Liam.
The crowd run real, really got behind me. I think it was a learning curve for me. I think I picked up a lot of experience from that because I've never had that before, and at times I was getting carried away. But like I say, it's a learning curve, so I had a good win, 11th round stoppage. I've never been that far in a fight before, ticked another box, and we go on.
How much respect have you got for Gary Corcoran after sharing 11 grueling rounds with him in that ring? How much respect have you got for him as a man?
I've got more respect for him than when we entered the ring. Obviously, we had a lot of words said before and things, but I got to give him credit because he stood there for 11 rounds and he didn't back down to me one bit. He took a lot of shots which other people definitely would have gone out with, and he held himself together really well. So fair play to him.
Did you expect Gary Corcoran to stay with you the way he did and to keep throwing back when, as you said, you were landing such big shots?
I don't know really. I honestly don't feel I performed to my fullest potential. I felt I could have been a lot better, but no excuses. It is what it is, and that's what happened. He gave me a good fight. Well done to him. In
that 11th round, did you feel the tide turned? Did you feel that you had him when you caught him with that big shot?
I felt it come in. I thought I started finding my range. A few rounds before. A couple of rounds before, and I felt I was landing a lot cleaner shots. I was starting to get my jab working a little bit better when I weren't loading up and trying to knock him out with every shot. I think I only threw a couple of straight 1-2s in the fight, and every time I did, I nailed him straight away. Gary's telling me so. But yeah, nevertheless, it was a good win, and I'm happy.
Before the fight, people spoke of a potential 2 fights, maybe a trilogy. Do you think this fight has enough legs in the tank for you to want to fight Gary again down the line, or is it a case of you want to put this to bed?
Why not at some point? Not straight away. I don't need it straight away. Why would I want to go back and fight someone again straight away who I've just knocked out? It just don't make sense. Why would I do that? I want to move on and keep moving on every fight. If I'll fight him again, if he's got something to offer me, I've given him his chance at my belt, and he got knocked out. So when he got something to offer me, then he can come back.
Do you think referee Terry Connor was right to stop the fight when he did?
100%. He was in bad trouble, and if he didn't step in and save him, he was going to get hurt.
Is that under dispute then?
No. I'm just asking.
Right.
I just want to know what he saw and what he felt there.
I thought he could have jumped in a lot sooner, to be honest, because he didn't know what planet he was on. He was falling all over the place.
Mr. Lockett, how do you assess his performance tonight, and where do you sort of go with him from here? What's the plan moving forward?
without being too critical, Liam let his emotions get on top of him, and there's been a lot of things said, not just by Gary Corcoran. There's been a lot of people abusing him on Twitter and different things like that. I mean, I prefer that 4 weeks before a fight he turns that social network rubbish off, if I'm honest. But there's been a lot of people trying to get in his head, and I think he let the emotions get to him unknowingly. When we were in here, he was very confident that he was going to box and stick to the game plan that we had. Let his emotions get to him. Nearly came off in the first round because he dropped him in the first round and didn't get called. He landed on the bottom rope. It should have been called a knockdown, and it wasn't called a knockdown. I think that put Gary at a big disadvantage. I think he realised that Liam hasn't got average power. I think he realised that Liam can hit hard, but Liam was falling in, trying to take him out with one punch, and he ticked a lot of boxes though. He went 11 rounds.
First time he's done that, for the furthest he's been in his pro career.
Yeah, and was relatively fresh. it was a grueling fight too. You know, it was quite physical. So, you know, sometimes you can coast through 11 or 12 rounds just boxing and just pinging someone with a jab, and it's not a particularly hard 12 rounds. But this was a very physical sort of 11 rounds, and he obviously showed a lot of guts. We know that, but he showed that he can do the rounds. He was fresh when it finished. He put a lot of effort into getting Gary out of there. Gary's got a head of a chin, so he put a lot of effort into that 11th round, getting him out of there. And obviously he showed that, you know, you can get facial injuries, dig deep.
How many stitches did you have?
Come on,
In your
strong.
I have 5 or 6, I think.
hands alright?
Yeah, fine. Yeah.
Suppose you worry more about your hands than you do getting cut.
Yeah, and I'm sure they'll be a little bit sore in the morning, but I think my face probably will as well. But it's the name of the game, innit? At the end of the day, it's a fight. So
Will you look to defend that British before anything moving on? See what other opportunities, before you look at other opportunities?
I'll have to see what I get offered. If obviously something bigger comes up, I'm obviously going to go for that. I'd like to win it outright, don't get me wrong, but it's not one of my life ambitions. I don't really care.
Listen, fantastic fight. I think everybody in here today who bought the ticket enjoyed it, as well as the BoxNation viewers. I, for one, would like to see it again somewhere down the line, and I know you're both young enough for that to happen if it's in contention and it works for the both of you.
I mean,
so.
listen, props to Gary Corcoran. You know, because there's not many people he hits with one shot and they recover. He recovered not once, mind. He recovered about 5 or 6 times in the fight. The first round, and then when Liam started to get his range, he started to get his boxing together, I think, in about the 8th round, something like that. And he sort of got Gary in trouble a few times, and he just kept recovering and kept coming back. So he's got nothing to be ashamed of. He can come again, and you know, he's definitely got our respect, that's for sure.
Lads, thank you very much for talking to our TV. I really appreciate
Thanks,
it,
James.
and I'll catch you again real soon.
Thanks, mate.